Alright, so today on the wonderful and lovely gaming Many Rocks, we're going to be taking a look at a game that I've played and playing a lot recently. And that is called Another Brick in the Mall. And we just can already see by, looking at that. We're going to click on Load a Game. We're going to take a look at the stress test game. Right now it's still in beta. I think it's like an alpha or beta. I'm not for sure. It's still in early access though. We'll click on this one now. This is going to be the game that as you guys can see, this is what you guys could build within Another Brick in the Wall. Now, this is just one way, as you guys can kind of see, as it looks like a traditional mall. As you can see, you've got like the sides and things like that. But we're not going to be building a mall like this. Okay? There are a lot of people saying missed queues in some stores, but this is just me to showcase that this is what we can build in Another Brick in the Mall. But let's go and load my offline mall. One of my offline malls. Offline mall is similar. As you can see, this is what I've kind of got going here for me. This is the mall I was playing yesterday. If you guys are watching this is probably going to be a lot different for you. If you guys are watching this 2 years from now or whatever, it's going to be different. From today's 2019 date of whenever this is uploaded, but it'll be uploaded right. So let's get into, so this is kind of, as you can see, we have a lot of these different parking lots. We have this kind of parking is employees only. This is our loading zone, this is our thing, and then we have a whole bunch of different stuff that we can deal with. Now, we're going to actually the only reason I'm showcasing you guys those is because we're going to actually start our own mall. Now, there is such thing as scenarios, okay? The abandoned mall in the Burger Town, but I'm not going to play any of those today. If you guys want to see those, let me know down in the comments, and we maybe do those at a later date. But for now, we're going to play the standard mode. But we're going to take this standard mode, and we're going to take it into traditionally keeping the standard, but we're going to make sure that foundation costs we're just going to shift these down a little bit. Our maintenance costs is going to be about 50%. We're going to do our road work. There's also going to be 50. But we're going to increase our base interest rates for any loans to about 3. Now, we're going to keep everything there. Now, standard random events, okay? Mild shoplifting. No staff needs. We're going to keep it mild rat infestation. And normal research. And I'll show you guys that. Start without the tutorial. Okay, there is no need for me to have the tutorial as I already know how to play. But I will show you guys actually inside the game and how we can actually play and get our stuff going. So let's get in. Let's get starting with our mall. Now, this is what you'll start off with. Is you'll have your small little connection. Okay? Let's open up a business. So, now as you can also see, we also have research that can go on. But there's no way that we're going to be able to do research right now because we don't have any offices of any kind. Now, as you can see, we got all of these. We got to select, we assign, manage, different kind of things. Now, I like where these guys are going to stay here. So we're going to keep them as our main, the main thing. Now, I want to start our mall on the opposite. I kind of want to do is kind of like a strip mall to start off with. And I want to build it over here. I always like to build my shops over here, but I think we'll build it over here instead. Or let's first off, let's build our road a little bit. Let's go with a little bit further road down the line. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll get a few road layouts there. So we're going to speed things up. We're going to get our... now, what I'm also going to do is we're also going to set up custom parking along here. Okay. Since we have to set up customer parking like that, and then I'm going to go one more over and we'll go up like that. Okay. Put customer parking alongside this line. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Okay, we don't have a lot to spend on. But I am... Because I'm just expanding the parking lot a little bit there. We're going to go back a little bit ways. Okay. Go back that way. And we're going to put our employee parking back here for now. But I would like to get the parking like so. Like that. Just there. And then I think what we'll do is we'll go with 2 parking lots there. And then we'll need to build our... oh yeah, we can't build the bus stop right away, but I'd like to put the bus stop up here. Our bus stop is pretty cheap, so we're building this at a little bit of a cheapskate. Let's start with a bookstore and a grocery store. Maybe a fitness center might be a good idea. But we're getting the groundwork laid out for us. Okay. We're gonna put our loading zone there. There. We'll put our garbage pickup there. Okay. Now, we could also, we're gonna manage. I'm gonna manage this. We have 3 builders that come in throughout the day. I want to hire an extra. We're gonna shift the one that comes in at 7. We're gonna shift you down to 1 o'clock. Now we're gonna need janitors eventually, but I'm looking for is John Cape as our builder here. Okay, he's gonna come in. We got this guy that comes in and works until 10 in the morning, but we want to make sure that this guy comes in and works at 8 in the morning. This guy, since he works until 8, he's going to work until 18. Okay, so this one guy works there for 8 hours. Then we'll do 8 there, and then this guy will come in and work for 8 hours. And he'll work for double. There's a reason why. Okay. So now we want to get into, we got everything there. Let's get in our extra loading zone. Okay, we'll need it. And then we'll go with the rest of this back here will be staff only. Okay, it's not going to be huge staff only because we don't have a lot of money to spend. We got to be careful of how we do it. So let's start with our foundations. So now our foundation is, I want to be able to build a, we're going to go up to here. We're going to build a small storage here. Then what I want to do is then we're going to take and we're going to make our first store. Now, our first store is going to be, it's going to be a general, kind of like a grocery store. And then I also am going to kind of build a bookstore there. Our entrance, well, our entrance there. And then what I'll do is I'll create a little bookstore across the entrance over there. So they enter here, and we'll have like this one. This storage is going to be for these shops here. But this will be our small storage for now. It'll generally, we will work on getting more. Now the reason why this is just going to be a side entrance, because eventually it will be changed as we go throughout our thing. So now I did that on purpose. We need to build a wall here. Okay, now we're going to build our, a side door there. Now, yes, that's my alarm to tell me that it's time for me to actually record. But we're going to put a large 2-pane door there. And we'll put a 2-pane door there. And then we'll need to put in our staff doors here and here. I also like to put an extra one in there so they have at least a little bit of room to go around. They don't have to go all the way out and around. So now we've got our store. We want to make it a store, a true store. So let's get a checkout counter. Now we will expand. This is going to be our main, kind of like a grocery store. Okay. This is going to be our bookstore over here. So we'll build that there with our main door there as our people exit. Now you can get your one-way gates, which I think I could probably put that there. But as you know, I don't want to do that. We'll just leave it. No. Now, in order to get, now this is just going to be a general grocery store here. So we don't want it to be okay, so we're going to build up to there as our main importance. Now, I could do something actually like this. We could, no, we're gonna leave it the way it is. So now we need is to assign this as an actual store. Our very first store. You're going to need some storage. So in order to get, so that is going to be our first set of storage units for this. So now we have that. We want to select and see what we have available for start. So we want to build, now that's just as I shouldn't have probably put that there. We're going to build ourselves as well, maybe we could do like a thing like sliced. So we're going to put candies in the back here. Okay. We're going to do canned food. And then we'll do breakfast cereal. Now, we'll also do some snacks. Cookies. Sliced bread. Then we'll throw in our sauces. Our rice and pasta. We'll throw another sauce there. And then we'll throw in our rice and pasta. And then we'll throw in our pet food. Now, you want to have, now I'm going to build a beverage store over here. This is going to be just our grocery. This will be our beverage. So, now I have a thing that we're going to talk about as we pause because we don't want to lose money as we're playing. I have a story that I want to tell you, kind of to get you guys in the mood for this. Now, The story is that this guy had bought a big, huge plot of land, and he doesn't have any idea what he wanted to do with it. Well, he found out that he really likes his mall, and he likes to be able to wanted to be able to build it, but he just doesn't have the time. So he hired and tasked me to build this mall. And we are tasked to build it. And and this guy's name is called Jax. It's called Jack. And he wants to call his main stores Jack's. So now we're going to go into the store and we're going to call this Jack's Grocery. Jack's Grocery. Okay, I don't know how to spell grocer correctly. And I don't know how to spell, apparently I don't know how to spell Jack's either. Jack's Grocer. No, he actually calls it that. I'm not grocer. Okay. Grocer. Yeah. Because that's Jack's Grocer. This is going to be... now we need to also assign this as a store as well. And this is going to be Jack's... this is going to be Jack's cold beverage store. Now it'll probably end up changing. This is called the beverage store. So we will sell a few things of like actual beverages. Now what I'm actually going to do is we're going to clear that there because we're going to make it so we have extra room here in case we want to build another checkout counter. So now that's going to be tasked to get those done. Let's get them done. Okay. So now we want to make sure that we got the soda. The cold sodas are in the freezer here. We'll throw in a couple of bottled waters. And we'll throw in our juices here. Okay. Then over here we will build our food. We're going to do coffee and tea in here. We will also throw in the candies in here, just kind of give it a little bit less of that. They have a couple of stores. Now this one is probably going to end up being a lot larger. Actually, we should probably do a drugstore here. Hold on. Since I do know that, we will shift and we will put you over here. We'll throw you over there and we will shift you over here. I think what we'll do is we'll keep the bottled water there. We'll move the juicing. We'll move the soda over here. And then we'll move the juices as well. And then we'll keep and we'll shift. We'll move the fridge, move the bottled and the soda there. So this one here is actually going to be our shelved goods, because I just realized that we can move them if I needed to. So we'll do like a little bit like a drugstore over here. Now I'm doing it a lot like that because it's there, because we don't need a whole lot. So I think doing that is a lot better. Now, we're going to pause this because it's going to cause us some... So we'll sell diapers. toilet paper, pads and tampons. Then we'll go to household goods, pads and tampons. So it's health and beauty. Now we will have a single thing of greeting cards in here. Okay. Then we'll sell diapers there. We'll sell toilet paper. And also pads and tampons. And then we'll sell our dishes in a thing there. So now we got Jack's Grocer. Now we're gonna call this one, okay, Jack's Drug Store. Okay. So now, in order for us to actually get these stores open, you're going to need to hire some staff. So let's hire a grocer. Okay, you're hired. Now we need to hire a stock clerk. Okay. Now we're going to hire Jeremy McLeod. He doesn't have a lot of good speed, but the generalized stock is there, so we can use that. So we have our cashier there. Now we're going to hire another cashier, which is kind of hard to actually get anybody there. So we can probably go over here and check on the guy here. Look at people that we have hired here and say, okay, Willie Sherman could probably be over here in the thing, but we don't have any good, so we might need to hire, so let's hire a stock clerk then. Let's hire Joanna Loan, and then I'll hire Jack Esposito, okay, for cashiering. So now, they're both going to be open at the same time. But now we have that they're both open, and it will be that is incomplete. It is, but if we hit resume, we're going to need to link that storage there, and we're also going to link that storage to those two there. So it's a small storage, but I think we're going to expand our storage here. I think just expanding it by 8 is going to do us some wonderfully good things. So we're going to remove the walls off of here. We're going to reassign as full storage, because we do need to have a little bit longer. And whoops. Let's see, there is nobody there, but we are going to put these as up to the door. Just to be included, but hey. So now we should have allowed for things like that. Chief, sell 10 different products. We'll say turn a daily profit over $100. And new objective, make 100 total sales. Done there. Sell 20 different products and have 100 customers on site. Now, Jack's Grocer is a little bit long. So, we're going to hit manage. We're going to need to hire an extra cashier. We're going to hire Judy Jones, does not have very good sociability skills. But if we hire that, we'll go over here. I like to keep it on multiple hires. And I do this until I get somebody who's actually good at what they do. And then we fire those that aren't very good. Now, Brenda Ellis, we'll fire you as well. Fire you. We're gonna move. You have a little bit better sources, so we're gonna shift and we're gonna fire you as well. So now Sarah Armstrong is there. So now we have 2 cashiers. Now this store, we're also gonna need to hire another cashier section. Okay. And now we're going to build ourselves another door here because guess what? We do need to have people. Now, since this one I'm going to manage and I'm going to say we will have 3 doors on this one. And I'm thinking what we'll do is I'm going to shift these 2 to over there. And then we'll build ourselves our one-way exits. One-way exits. They can exit and enter there. But so now we need to also manage our maintenance. We need to hire a janitor. So let's get somebody who has good speed. Okay. And I think we will maybe get one more, Brenda Ellis. But I think we should be okay for now. For the janitorial. We're also going to, so that means since we do need our thing, let's go and find ourselves a trash can here. We're going to put one there and one there in both corners for now. Now, eventually we will need to put some restrooms in, but right now, yeah, so we'll come to work in 13 hours. So, now, I also want to start getting some research in. And I want to be able to get that research in, and we don't have, hold on, now I also do want to get in, if we go to our roadworks, we're going to actually get we can't get the bus stop yet, but I'd like to put the bus stop generally here. Well, actually, no, let's go, let's put an extra thing of customer parking there. And then we'll also add additional parking there as well, because I think we're going to need to get some more in. We'll do there. And I'm going to put the road up to here. Because as far as I'm going, I think we need to get some more room for that, because we're going to start working on manage. We need to build. Now, what I'm thinking is if we do this, if we plan this out right, I'm going to go up to there so I can kind of see where our staff parking will be. So that I can kind of, let's go manage. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to pause. I'm not, and then we'll go up to there. And then if we go down here, we'll go by 2. So that's basically, so I could probably, I'm going to put over here a generalized location for our, our office workers. So if we go over here, we go to foundations, okay? Now, we do need to make sure that we leave about a 5 gaps here. So if we go up by 5 and then we go by 1, we'll do is a small office space back here. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to remove the roadwork there. Okay. That's all I'm doing for now, is because we need to get somebody working on that to allow them to build whatever they need to get done. Okay? Because we aren't researching anything, and I would like to start researching some other wonderful stores so we can start getting more, like a bookstore, a clothing store, you know, and maybe even a movie theater at some point. Okay, so now let's go in. We're going to need our door here. Our staff door, not a... Okay, we're going to build a staff door. We're going to manage, and we're going to hit assign as an office space. And then we're going to build roadwork. We're going to do customer, not customer, staff only parking there for now. At the back end, we're only doing one there so that, you know, because we're only going to have a couple of people coming in at any time. You know what, we'll go with 3 there. We'll go with a little bit of parking just to give them a little bit of options back here. But so now we need is to go into our objects. Let's go in to find our office. So we're going to need an office. Now our office is going to generally cost a couple. We're going to put a couple. It generally costs us a little bit just to make an office. It costs us about 2K to build these. Let's go in. Let's say we're going to start with the alcohol license. But actually, no. Let's go with and see if we can get a clothing supplier first. Or do we have... Yeah. We could do a cold chain, but I think we'll just start with the... Okay, so now let's go in. We're going to hit manage this office. Okay. Those who have a better at speed, a little bit more patience would be ideal. So we'll hire you because you have that there. I would like to have at least 3 office workers. Well, 2 will hire you as well. Tina Cobb, you're hired. And Joseph Albus, you're hired. So it's not means. What I want to do is say you come in at 0 hours. You come in at the very least, you come during that time. Then you come in and you work until 8, and you come in at 9 o'clock to work. These 2 will come in at 9. Then at 7, then at 18, then at 17 you will work for 7 hours. Actually, no, if we say this one goes back by 1, if we say both of these go back by 1, and then we say the guy at night goes back by, stays there, but goes and increases by 8. That just allows us to have 2 people in it at a time, and that just allows for a little bit of extra parking. So Jack's Grocery seems to be a little bit high on things. But now we'll be able to start getting our research completed. It's going to take a lot of man hours, but having a couple of people on it doing their job will help. So now we notice that this guy, we're going to need an extra cashier. So somebody who has You're hired. Oh, but you're even better than the other one. But sociability is not that good. Tina, you're hired. Oh, but you're hired. Oh. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna transfer you over to Jack's drugstore. Okay. Transfer one over to Jack's drugstore. Okay. Now we have an extra cashier on hand, but we're gonna start working on another store here. So what I want to do is we're going to expand our storage. Okay, expand it a little bit. We're going to build ourselves another store. Now we want to make it the same size as this, which is 11 by 20, but we don't count that there, so 11 by 20. So if we say 11 by 20, so we would need, so if we go here, okay, and then we'll do another foundation line there, okay. This is going to be a split. Actually, I could probably split that up. You know what? We're going to do that. We could split that up, and you know what? We'd miss. I think we could probably say, okay, we have, that's a 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think what we'll do is we'll split it there. And we'll put in like some store over here. Well, actually, let's go. I'm expanding a little too much, but I think we'll add a couple. How big is this one? That one's 5. That's, so we could go 2 more up above. So we can have, and then we'll need to, we're going to remove the wall from there. And we'll do it from there as well, and from there. Okay, so now we need is to assign storage. This is going to be, the rest of this is going to be fully storaged. Full storage. But it will have a space in there. I think we could probably, if we go in, we could probably remove the walls. And we might be able to assign we need the foundation there. We go and hit assign as a full storage. Okay, so we got Jack's Drugs, Jack's Grocers. Research menu. So we got our clothing supplier. Let's go with our tobacco license, I guess. And get a tobacco store in here somewhere. So what I want to do is now we're going to remove that we'll do that there. And then we need to, now let's go in, we're going to create another store. So we're going to do is a clothing store. Now I could probably make this clothing store a little larger. How big? We actually are by 5. I think we could probably do this as our tobacco store. So I think what we'll do is we'll do this as a, I think what we'll do is we'll go to clothing store here. We'll build a couple there. I'm going to go to door. Put a door. 2 doors there. And then we're going to actually extend the foundation by 2 more. But we're not going to extend it out that way just there. And then we're going to need to build our staff doors on the back ends of these. So that then when the staff, and we'll also have a staff door up there as well. So that means that anybody who's parking, they don't have to go so far. So now we're gonna manage. We're gonna build this. No, it's a sign as a store here. Okay, so store 5. This one's also gonna be a store as well. Well, we're gonna expand our storage out to these doors there. I don't think we need to, but we're gonna do it anyway. Okay, so now we're gonna go to stores. Now we need to find the clothing rack. Okay, we're gonna put our clothing along the racks back behind there. Now we got our tobacco license. Let's go get our alcohol license as well. Okay, can we place... No. I'm looking to see if we can place any... we'll probably do a men's and women's shoe store across the hall over here. So we'll get... Yeah, and I think what we'll do is we can do that. And then I think what we'll do is we'll select you. And I'll shift and move you over by 1. And then we'll build that wall back. I know I made that mistake, but I didn't realize that I could do it that way. So now we're going to select, and we're going to manage. We're going to put t-shirts here on this. We're going to put 2 t-shirts. We're going to put the t-shirts, shirts on this side. Okay, we're going to put our dresses and our pants over here. And then we'll put our jackets and our coats on this side of the road there. It's not large, but we'll get maybe more t-shirts and more as we go along. Now we're gonna need to manage. We need to relink this to that storage there. Then we're gonna need to hire a stock clerk. You're good, Angelina Muller. You're hired as a stock clerk. We're gonna hire Ingrid Shaw as our for our store there. Now we do want to get in this store here is going to be our tobacco store. So normally I don't do a lot of our alcohol license is done. Let's go with our cold chain so you can get some bars open to get some restaurants in here. Let's go to zone. No, store 6. No, this one here. I'm going to call this one Forever 30. Okay? Playing off of Forever 21, but hey, it works. This is going to be our tobacco, so we need to go in, store. I need to find what our tobacco, actually, no. Why don't we do this as a men's? Why don't we do this as a, I think we're going to change this to another, like, a lingerie kind of thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll do the underwear store here. I think we'll do something like that. And I think we'll have a checkout counter there. And actually, we will do that. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Now, we've got that in there. Now, let's go and hit select here. We're going to build this. Is going to be clothing. We're going to do men's underwear on this side. And then we'll do women's lingerie on this side. And then we'll sell a... Okay, see, as you can see, we're researching a lot of things. We'll get working on our... let's do logistics. I think we can get that. That's going to allow us to deliver a lot more. Then we'll do a men's there and a women's there. So that's going to be, this is going to be called our, what do you call it? We'll call it the, I don't know what we'll call it yet. You're hired there. You're hired as a stock clerk. So, we're going to call this one, we'll call it Joe's, we'll call it Joe's unmentionables. I don't unmention. Unmentionables. Joe's unmentionables. Yes. Okay. Now this one, we're gonna actually call this one our East Storage. So it's just gonna be short for East Storage. So that I can kind of say, you know, we got our storage room. Now that we've got that store in available for us, set desired load. I would like to keep the desired load about 70%. Okay. We do not have Joe's Mentionables linked to storage, so we'll link it there. And now we have our clothing. I'm trying to build our clothing next to each other and around here. So let's go in. Let's get in our foundations here. We're going to expand our load up to there. We're going to remove our walls here. Now, I'm going to be ending the episode. We have only about 90 left, and I would like to get in our shoe stores in here. So, we could do it that way. But I want to go out by 2 more. 2 more, and then we're going to go and we're going to build a wall there. So that way, then we have our men's shoe store and a women's shoe store right next to each other. Okay, so let's go in. Let's go to assign as this as a store. And then we will build, we need to get our doors in, because if we don't get our doors, so I'm going to put a door there and a door there. And then we need to reassign that as store. So there. Now, actually, we could get in our 2 foundation lines there, and then we can remove our 2 walls there. I didn't realize that I did that, but I didn't do it quite right. So let's get, so now within this store, we want to make, we were going to make these as a shoe store. So I want to make sure that we get our checkout counters. See, we could do a single checkout counter, but, you know, it's going to eventually get expensive. So I think what we'll do is we're going to expand out by a little bit further. And we'll throw our wall there, but we'll remove, because I don't want it to be like, I want to be able to have like a lot of shoes in this store. Like, you know, if you look at, let's start researching some restaurants. Let's start with the bars first. We'll get our liquor license here. Once we have our bar available, we'll get our restaurants in. And so now we've gotta now we gotta re-extend our stores back a little ways. Okay. Now we're gonna build our shoes. So we want to start off at the back areas of these are gonna be dual layer, and then we're gonna start going there. Then I think we could probably go 2 by whatever there. So then that's going to be our one store. Then we're going to build our. Now I would actually like to shift this back by 1. And do the same thing with this one. We'll shift it back just by 1. So that then we don't have, we'll do the same thing here. Okay? Now we're going to build our shelving again. So we're going to go back by 2. We're going to go do like what I did there. Then I'm going to do something here. And I'm going to build 2. It's going to be a lot different here. Put a couple there. I could put one down in here. I think what I'll do is I actually think we're going to actually shift. These are going to be, no. They're fine where they are. So now we're going to set up clothing. This is going to be our men's shoe store. Now, I'm probably going way too much overkill with this. But, it's interesting. Okay, let's get our women's stuff available in here. Now, I think that if we go over here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have basically 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in here. And then we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, no wait, so 3. So that's going to be 6, 12 in here. In here, that's all right. I could even build an additional shelving there. And we'll put that as even an extra men's shoes there. Then what we'll do is we'll put in our, put in the rest of our women's shoes in. Okay, let's get that go. Now we're getting our women's shoes in. It's gonna be, we're getting close. We made 20, so we're getting some money as we complete some tasks. That's kind of, this game is like, as long as you complete the tasks, we're doing pretty good. So now we're going to go in and we need to remove the walls from here because nobody can get back there to those stores. So now we're going to manage, we're going to link our storage up to these. We're going to be linked to that one. Eventually I'll probably put like a little mini storage here. Rad occurrences, we only have 1. Okay. Now we're gonna hire a cashier. Hold hold on. Nope, we're gonna hire a stock clerk. You're hired. I'm gonna hire another stock clerk. Okay. We don't have anybody. We don't have anybody that's actually any good. So we could hire a cashier and Linda Dixon, you know, sociability isn't that great. If we go through, I would like to keep Damon Mitchell. We're gonna shift Damon Mitchell over to store 7. Damon Mitchell is already in here. We need to actually transfer to 8. Okay. We're gonna go to staff. We're gonna transfer Travis to also store 8. This one is gonna be called it's gonna be called men's footwear. I'm being men's footwear. We'll call this one I'll call this one ladies shoes. Actually, we'll call it ladies. We'll call it ladies. We'll call it ladies footwear. Okay. And it doesn't need to be like, we have a rodent occurrence. So we're gonna go over here. Okay, we're gonna we're just gonna start researching from the top here. So now we're gonna start getting night hours available. But we're not gonna have night hours open right away. Okay. We're gonna go over here, we're gonna manage this. Staff. We're gonna hire another janitor. Okay. Elena Jones is good, and Dustin McKnight is pretty good as well. This lady here, we'll keep her, but we'll have her work alongside there, and then we'll have you come in at 0-100 hours, and then you work until 17, so you'll come and work for 17. And then these janitors that work for 9 will come in and work. Come on. So now we have one that will allow for people to clear out. That means now we can actually clear things out as we go. And I think we're going to get ourselves another storage bay over here. So this is going to be another small storage area. It's just going to be a small one. It's only going to take control of these 3 stores here for right now. And then that way we can have some less congestion over here, but if we assign this as a storage unit, we'll call this one the, and then what we'll do is we're gonna link that to there, and we're also going to link that to there as well, and then we're also going to research restaurants. Okay, we're going to build staff door. Staff door there. And I'm also going to do a staff door and a staff door there as well. Now they do have, the loading docks are over there, but I think what we'll do is we'll have at least a single loading for this area over here. So let's get in our loading zone. Loading zone. We're going to add, and we're going to get in, we don't have bus stops researched. We'll do bus transportation 1. Okay. Then we'll pull customer parking up to there. Then we'll add it to there. And then we'll also do it there. And we'll build our road there and there. And I'll go up by 1. Okay. So now we're getting, that's just an extra loading zone for that area, but there's no and then we'll put in customer parking there as well. As well, that's why I want to put a bus stop, and then we'll put another bus stop down here. Just a little bit ways. Now we do, okay, so we got those two guys are waiting, and they will switch out. They'll switch out their tasks. We could probably, I think we could probably expand the foundation. Now as you can see, I'd like to expand. We could probably expand it with another one there. So I'd like to get the research done as quickly as possible. And I think we could probably get 2 in here, 2 more in there. So if we go to office, we can see, as you can see, we could probably ship those guys back by 1. But bus transportation's done. Let's get in our road, and now we're going to go back up and working on getting our restaurants worked on. Okay. We're going to place 2 more of those benches there. Now, we got our first road, our first bus stop, so I'm going to build a bus stop there and there. Okay. And then we're going to manage here. So we're going to need staff. And they're an office worker. Someone who has good speed is going to be hired. So now that we're also going to need to assign a storage. No, we need to actually clear that. There's nobody in there. Clearly, we'll assign that as office space, and that now is going to allow, as you can see, we have a parking lot is kind of full. I'm going to work on, let's get in more staff parking. Let's get 2 more installed. We're going to go with another road connection down through there. So then we can work on getting more staffing as we need it. Now, we're going to manage our staff here. I'm going to just go through 3 of them. Okay. Now, we're going to keep John Calero as an office worker, but we're going to actually transfer you over to maintenance center as a janitor. This janitor we're going to transfer you over to a janitor. This janitor is going to take the time and work at night as well. So, because at night there's hardly anybody going to be there anyway. Anyway, so now we go and click Manage Staff. You are going to come in and you're going to work at the 1600 mark. Okay. So we have that extra one if we need it. If we need it, but it's good. It's good to have more man hours to get things done on our research. And as you can see, we got a small little storage over here for these stores here. And we're going to manage storage. I'd like to have at least about 70% of that should be fully full of storage, at least. And such. So let's work on getting a news agent. Possibly a fast food restaurant is suggested that we need one. So I think what we'll do is I know that we're going to need a fast food. So if we build our fast food restaurant here, I think that would be good, and then we can make that as fast food chain. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just go barely up there. And remove the wall from there. And that'll be our fast food, one of our fast food areas. That they have to walk if they want to get to it, but that'll be alright for them. Let's get in the rest of our staff parking back here. Okay. I'm going to remove that one, and we're going to put that as our loading zone there. Because at least having a loading zone back there will allow for our fast food chain, because I want to build our fast food. Fast food. Now, we can't get the fast food yet, but we are working on it. Right now, we're working on that. We'll get our bar in as well. So we're getting that, doing that there. I'm going to, just to expand our customer parking, we'll finish this here. As you can see, we got like our few little stores, and we could even expand even more, but I'm not going to expand too much any further. I'm also going to put another bus stop there. Because, you know, I hardly ever get those to be used anyway. So I think having... Okay, we got restaurants. Let's work on the frozen food supplier next. We're gonna need, let's go down here, let's go to all, let's go to a door. We're gonna need to build a door there. And we're gonna also need to build a staff door there. There, so now they don't have to go super far if they come over here. They don't have to go very far anymore, which is good in that terms. Because this is going to be our fast food storage for this one. So this is going to be like, and I think, yeah. So that's just going to be our fast food. Now I could probably, you know, so let's get in. Frozen food suppliers done. Um, I think let's go for restaurants too. I think we might change this to a fine dining restaurant, but a fast food was going to be okay. Okay, so for fast food, we're going to need a fast food cooking range. We're going to need a fast food warmer and a fast food Coke dispenser. We're going to put our order counters back here. We're also going to go to all. We're going to put in our a couple things there, so that then and we'll also put a thing there. I don't know why I put it up there. I guess we could put it down there, but that's all right. So now we're going to need to assign this as a fast food joint. Okay. Then we're going to call this one as an extra storage. Now we're going to need to hit manage this one. We're going to call this one Quail Taco. And then we're going to call this one Quail Taco Storage. Okay. So this is going to be good enough. Now we're going to link that to Quail Taco Storage. Now we need to go into fast food. Now this is going to be probably where I'm going to place. These are going to be placed along the sides of the restaurant. Then we're going to place the food court tables. These are what's going to be our cheaper tables. Now we're gonna okay, and then it's just allowing for that there. And if we need to, we could probably get a extra thing. We'll just have to remove one of the tables, which would be fine. Or we could just shift it back by a little bit in somewhere. We could even just shift them over by one here and just, you know what? Let's do that. Just in case we need an extra order counter. Now, what I'm doing, just in case we get that order counter, and I think we could also we're going to shift that over to here. I think it might be better to do it that way, because in that way then this is just a future proofing of Quail Taco. Because, it's going to eventually get super large. Okay. And that's just in case if we want to decide to add a third order counter and maybe an extra cook here. We could probably put in another cooking stand and a few things back here. But let's go and hit manage. Okay, so we got that staff. Now we're going to need to hire a cashier. Okay, someone who let's hire a cook here. This would probably be a good cook here for Linda Labilla. Okay, then we need to hire a stock clerk. We're going to hire Patricia Powell as a stock clerk. And then we'll hire cashier as Blake Actually, we'll hire Donnie Kidd as a cashier as well. Okay. Yeah. So we got our 2 cashiers, and we got our fast food joint open because people were complaining that they don't have one. Jack's Grocer is still getting pretty long lines down here. Let's see, what do we got in here that could probably be... No, that's fine for what we have there. I don't know why. Oh, we have 4... we have 4 cashiers down here. Here's down here. We could, not order counter. We need to go to store. You know, we could, let's hit select you here. We're going to shift you down to there by 1. And then we'll build another. There. They're going to be 2 smaller ones, but it allows for a faster, maybe we actually go and select you and we shift you over. And it'll actually add more. Because that's there, and then we can shift and select. Here's now staff. We have now we have our 1, 2, 3. We have our 3 cashiers that are available. Our 4 cashiers. So now Quail Taco, we are going to need to start getting some restrooms. So what I'm thinking is, since our restaurant's over here, there is going to be some restrooms down over here. So let's get into our foundations. I think we can get to build that there, and then I think we'll build our small bathroom. I think what we'll do is we'll do that there like that. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just shift there. And then we'll need to remove the walls from here. And we'll need to remove the walls from there. Okay. Now our bathroom isn't going to be large, but it's because they're asking for it. And I want to say we need to get an electronics store. Let's go in. And we're going to need to remove the wall from there. Okay? Now let's build our restroom here. So let's go with, we're not going to put urinals in here. We'll put those 3 there, and then we'll put the rest of these will be toilet cubicles. Toilet cubicles. So now we have at least 1 there, for it. Anyway, I think, once we move those, we could put like a small toilet down here for people. But now we have a toilet. If they need to, they can come down here. So I hope you guys did enjoy this, episode. This is kind of, you know, what another brick in the mall is. The only difference is that we didn't play the standard mode. We made it so that we could play it to kind of our liking for this first episode. If you guys do enjoy, we'll make this maybe a 3-4 part, maybe 5-part video. 5 parts, 5 episodes. I'm not for sure if you guys want to see more than that. Make sure that you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well, and hit that bell notification, because if you do not hit that bell notification, you will not see anything coming through. and you will have to kind of consistently come back and recheck. But if you do hit that bell notification, you don't have to do that. And also, if you do hit that like button, and let's say we get 40, no, not 40 likes. Let's say we get about 25 likes on this episode or the next 2 episodes. On a good note, we'll end on restaurants too. If you guys are wanting to catch and see more than just these next 5 episodes, 25 likes will do me good. With the span of these next 5 episodes. So, if you guys do want to see more, hit that like button. Remember, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. We'll see you guys in the next episode.